Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey!
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything!
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never! I can never accept it!
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
I'm so sorry. I understand you've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney.
We have. My nephew.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
I understand what you're saying, sir.
Good. I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make It's no idea. I hope you remember what I've said. Good day.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne?
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful... I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should I wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm
I'll admit I wasn't expecting him to be so angry.
After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow. I'm the one trying to help.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. And I miss my sister. Come with me. I need... Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something.
Revelio.
Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Listen in my book. Sitting around all day. Mind you, could get it boring. Put me down! I won't rest. Do you find this What are you doing? You've made your last mistake. Ooh, this shouldn't take I won't rest. Come here. Let's get this over. Why coming back this way?
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for.
Revelio.
I tried to warn you.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the... She came face to face with a hawk. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be... They didn't even give...
It sounds as if the loyalists attacked Anne.
I wouldn't put it past them. It may be grasping at billywhigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here. Might be the only way to learn what type...
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere.
And... shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything. I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumor was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard.
Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists.
It
Revelio.
might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
Sebastian, over here. Do you think this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Revelio. This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. The house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Sebastian, this house did belong to...
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl...
The keepers? Like in...
I realize it's a lot to take in. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It all...
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts, where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged... If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it? When you put it like that. The point is, you for answers about what happened to Anne.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out. Huh, a stairwell. Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after
Lewis.
something bigger.
A journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this. Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels. You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange.
Honestly, nothing.
Fair enough. I can see...
I'm listening. But you said you did...
That's true. And I'm still... What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows, I see.
Wait. We can get straight...
We can, but perhaps best not to...
Understood. Well then. I'm tempted to hold my breath. Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been... You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic.
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so.
Very well.
True. Perhaps.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to... Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar...
You did not. Sounds worth...
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I had no idea our visit to Cian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Not sure why she'd fuss so much. It was only one page in a book.
I never fall down a corner.
If I could have a moment of your time...
Can I help you?
Are you familiar with Herodiana Byrne? She's only the single greatest...
She was just good at casting a spell.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I often read about great witches in my whilst reading about her, but in typical clever Herodiana fashion. What?
And you're a third...
Quick one, aren't you? According to what I've read, would you get Herodiana's signature?
How did Herodiana...
She once saved orphans from a wild Grafhorn by She once banished a meddlesome dark witch. That one may have...
If you tell me where...
Simply go to the Hall of Herodiana. There, you'll find a series of depulse...
Very well.
I can't wait to see Herodiana's famous ensemble. Perhaps I'll make myself a copy.
Suppose I should look for that secret hall Sophronia told me about. It does sound interesting.
Confringo!
And your reading is The Dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck. Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own. Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the Highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Hello. I don't believe we've met officially.
Hello, Amit.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that?
That's very kind.
I'm certain. I finally got my hands on the new It's only the pinnacle of all goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical and...
Well, I...
Think nothing of it. I have some, reading to...
Tried to put off my stargazing as long as I could.
Revelio.
Too cold to use a telescope. It's a dog, isn't it?
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new. Confringo!
A pristine night for stargazing.
Professor Shaw.
It is increasingly rare to find a student. But if you truly desire to chop, we ourselves are not unlike...
Am I right in thinking...
Of the many other so-called disciplines taught here, do not confuse astronomy and astrology.
You mentioned astronomy
Long ago, devotees of the astral arts, for centuries sadly, they have since become mere monuments.
Thank you, Professor.
I am glad to hear.
The perfect night for...
I have the telescope.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate loot.
Yes.
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going? And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts.
I had a feeling...
No. I certainly wasn't trying. No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd... Let us get moving while the stars...
Oh, no need to convince...
Brilliant. You won't? Shall we? The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing. It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
A little foreboding.
Revet, a few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as I expected.
Revelio.
More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh, no. Not this close to the school, Emmett.
The constellation should appear near the center of your view. As soon as you've lined up the telescope, we will be able to fill out our star chart. Stargazing is all about patience and precision. I was right about the tables. They really are. And your contribution was...
Thank you, Emmett.
And I look forward to... This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like... And if I have ever seen one, it's you.
That's quite generous.
You are welcome. It has goblin... It's all in the throat, really, goblin.
I know what that means. Merlin trial. Abandoned long ago, no doubt. I should investigate. Lumos. There's a victory that came none too soon. Lumos. There we go. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Welcome back. Have you... Well done. Wisdom is a golden... Let us practice our restore momentum. Precise, deliberate movements. Very good. I recommend practicing your new spell as much as possible, perhaps before you leave here.